Hello!
Hey!
Wait, how are we in the wrong order?
Surprise,
Hold on.
everyone!
You
Welcome
guys get
to
switched.
our Wednesday stream. Huzzah!
Aw.
Welcome to our flagship campaign, Delver's Dream, where
Yeah.
we are attempting to unite an entire continent against a Lich Queen who is trying to destroy it because she is rude.
Bad person.
Yeah.
We will
rude.
not have it.
I would call her a lot of things. Rude is like on the very bottom of the
Rude.
totem
And
pole.
Rude's like
She's rude.
Pure
I don't like it.
evil is more
Yeah.
along the lines of it.
Yeah, absolutely that too.
Tyrannical.
Tyrannical.
I
I don't know if I would go that far.
no. Yeah, she only threatened to make puppets out of us and our families. You
Yeah,
know,
I
that's
mean-
like
Right, yeah, it's fine.
It's kind of a
Fine.
normal thing.
Yeah.
Turn
Right.
their bodies
It
into
happens in
undead
D&D.
and their soul into Warforged.
right.
Yeah.
That's like just casual dinner talk, you know.
It's
Bedside
what one
manner.
does.
Yeah.
Right?
But to start, why don't we introduce our fabulous players today? Let's start today with Crothon. Why don't you tell me all about you? First of all, where can we find you all over the internets? And
Oh,
then
you
who
can
is
find-
Crothon?
Hi, Shadane here of Bramble Books. You can find me on Twitter and Patreon and all the various places under Bramblebush Books or Bramble Books on Twitter. We do a lot of 5e content, and there's going to be a lot of cool things coming up in the new year. And here on Players Allies, I play Crothon, who is
Yay!
Necromancer Drake Warden. He does undead shit, he does dragon shit, and he's also recently been hit with stage fright. He's not so great.
That's oh my gosh.
That's
Forgot
true,
about
yeah.
that. Oh my gosh.
Yep, new and exciting things. That's character development.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
That is.
Because we're
He's
fancy
better
over
written
here.
than heard.
Hey, Pixie! Welcome. I hope you're having a glorious day. Yay. And now why don't we jump over to Gorfon? Tell me all about you. Where can we find you?
Yeah, this is my home base. My name's Lando, and I play Gorfon. I run tech here at Player Allies, so this is where I love to be. So yeah, I'm at home.
I'm at home.
He's also helping out with all kinds of stuff over at Novi Studios
That's
as
right,
well, or
yeah.
will be shortly. So yes, they are some of our new partners over at Novi Studios. So we will be introducing you to all kinds of fun stuff from them over the course of the next few months. Wait and see what's happening. Oh yes, there is. And Pixie is asking, how are you all doing today?
Aw.
Well, I'm doing just dandy, Pixie. Thank you so much for asking. What about everyone else? Are you fabulous today?
Doing great.
I'm doing pretty good.
Having
little
a
bit of
wonderful
anxiety,
day so far.
Yeah,
But you know,
yeah, I'm doing good.
Little anxiety because I'm actually forcing my players to finish the quest that we started like
yeah.
14 weeks ago now, I'm sure.
Can we just go on another like shopping trip? You know?
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
no, this
beach
is-
episode.
This
Beach
is
episode.
absolutely like the new, just the shopping episode.
Let's just
It's QVC. It's QVC for D&D. That's what
Right.
this is now.
like for only 6 payments of 300 gold, have your
That's
very
right.
own. What should
One
who's
of
it?
Valhalla.
Well, why
Gorf
don't
would
we
definitely
introduce
drop something and
Goru?
break it.
Yeah, he would. He absolutely would.
Oops.
Oops.
Goru, why don't you tell us about you, Jax? Where can we find you?
I'm Jax. I'm just a human being. You know, you can find me here every Wednesday. I love being here, and
That's exactly what a non-human would say.
Yeah. I'm not convinced.
Definitely a human being.
just a human
Yes.
being.
Mr. Human Man.
Just
I
a
am.
normal human being, Mr. John Smithersmith.
Okay.
Is my name.
Well,
Smitty.
I'm just to be fair to me. I'm I'm testing out how I'm just a person, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just a person.
Right. Just a
Very
person.
humble.
Well,
And who do you play?
I play Goru. Or Gorufa is the extended name.
The honorific.
Yeah. The diplomat of the party, which is becoming wonderful, especially I'm super excited about today. Goru is, restless, irritable, and discontent, so went and did some meditation in the woods and talked to his ancestors for a while last week, and is excited to be back. So.
Oh, we need it though.
Yeah, there is. So
all the help
now
we can get.
What about Felix?
Hi, I'm Mike. I am also just a human, if I can use that bit again. But I'm playing Felix, which is our mousefolk rogue bard, and he likes to mingle and just party and play music and have fun, just make all kinds of friends anywhere he goes.
Yay!
So hopefully he can do that today.
That will be delightful. And let's mention some of our sponsors real quick. So we have affiliate links with both Hero Forge and D&D Beyond. You can find those down below in the About section on our Twitch page. So please feel free to run down there if you need anything from D&D Beyond or Hero Forge, like if anybody needs the new Strixhaven book, because it's fabulous and you can get 5 giant, ridiculous, epic dragons in there and a whole thing about like lessons and friends. And I love the new mechanics. And once again, about 6 months ago, we came up with the Owl Folk, and then now they appear in Strixhaven. So I'm sure that we're gonna get a mouse folk thing here pretty soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and
also the Reaper, the undead, the Reaper.
Yes.
Right.
Gotta put some TMs on that stuff.
Yep, that's right.
Protect your intellectual property.
Right.
So yes, if you need any of that, fabulous. We love D&D Beyond. We will be giving away fabulous, and we will be doing fabulous digital dice from D&D Beyond giveaway tomorrow during our stream, which is going to be super fun, as well as dice from Phoenix Dice, who we absolutely adore because they make all of their dice from recycled material and they're still gorgeous all the time. So we will be giving away a fabulous set of dice. Lando, do you want to throw up the giveaway link there? So everybody, please go jump in there, get some fabulous giveaways for tomorrow. We will contact, if you're not in stream, that's okay. We will contact you and give you your prize. Anyway, there is in addition to that, there is Souls Rolls, Realm Warp Media, Incarnate, and you can find all of them in the About section, as well as you can find interesting things about Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a mobile game. Here, if you use the code that is on your screen, you can, in fact, get an Electrum chest. That's right. A fabulous, fabulous Electrum chest just for you and your game. And you get to play as all the fabulous Heroes of Forgotten Realms. My personal favorite is Jarlaxle, because he has a fabulous hat. I like his hat.
Nice.
So absolutely, thank you to all of our sponsors. In addition, we are launching. I am in talks with a lawyer to get everything taken care of. We are filing a 501c3, a charitable foundation that is called the Foundation for Inclusivity in Gaming. And it is all about helping BIPOC and Alphabet Mafia creators to stay in the game so that we can have their voices in our world more and more and more, and to help decolonize space. So if you're interested in that, let's throw up the Ko-fi link. If you're interested in helping us fund that, please donate today. Donate everything. If you have a second house or a third house, you can absolutely give it to us. We will take it. It's totally fine. If there is.
Well, I
Just give us the
have them
DVD.
just laying around.
If you can, if you can figure out how to convert gold coins from D&D into real money, absolutely feel free to donate that too. We are here for it.
Or at least teach us.
Right. You know, like,
If there are any, alchemists out there who's figured out how to turn lead to gold,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Call us up.
100%. That's right. There is.
Yeah.
Hey, Aganike. Aganike is one of our fabulous subscribers on our Ko-fi page. So if anybody else wants to help support us in all the endeavors that we are doing, help us improve our streams and the like, please feel free to jump into the Ko-fi and also do so. We would love you for it. And thank you for being here, Aganike. And with that, do you think we're ready? Do you think we're ready?
Oh, I think we're ready.
I'm ready.
I think we're
Gorf, Gorf isn't, but you know.
we need to do some push-ups first.
Yeah,
Chat. Yes.
Are you having
I
more
am
push-ups
ready.
right now?
No. I was joking.
I'd like.
Whoa,
to-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right,
Whoa.
let's
This is
try that
aggressive.
again because you sound like little punks right now. Are you
Ooh.
ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do
ready.
it. Let's do it.
Let there be
Yay!
blood and diplomacy.
No, that's,
No blood.
That's right.
Blood,
That's
please.
right.
And diplomacy. You can't have one
Now-
without the other.
Yeah,
Our
Gotta
heroes
go, like,
are on the flying island that is 1/4 of the elemental city of Jarsai, held up by a 2-mile-high air elemental. This section of the city has been under constant assault by the other 3, as the fire, water, and earth genasi have formed something of a coalition in order to get rid of the air genasi, who they see as an impediment because of their kind nature. The earth genasi, we have discovered, have in fact set up a slave trade with Non-Ked, the country next door, where the Lich Queen is destroying the entire population in order to create armies of both Warforged and undead. We will stop her. We will, if it's the last thing we do.
Yeah.
And if it is the last thing we do, we might not end up stopping her. So, any help from
Make it the second to
stream
last thing we
is
do.
absolutely welcome. There's a million ways that you can help out our adventurers today as they navigate the complicated waters of diplomacy between these 4 factions. We have many, many, many ally point things that you can do. You can give them, for instance, advantage on their rolls, things like that. Today, most of those rolls are going to be things like persuasion or insight, but help them out because the more they know, the better they can do. In addition to that, there are bits that you can throw in the About section as well to do similar things like give them advantage or pluses on or minuses on their rolls, up to and including environmental effects. There is already one environmental effect because last week, Erigenasi gave us the environmental effect of Earth. So, this week, what you will receive for that, as you learn about the Earth delegation, you will have advantage on all insight checks when it comes to the Earth Genasi. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Huzzah! Insight
Yay!
everything.
Insight literally everyone, guys.
Everyone.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is right
just
up Felix's
all the
alley.
things.
It's like, it says
All
one
those
sentence.
things.
Can I insight that?
Can I insight
Yeah.
that? What if-
I need to insight that syllable.
Uh-huh.
The word.
Listen,
Just the one
it's-
Was that,
syllable.
It
what was
sounds
the
sketchy.
intention?
That was
Right?
sketchy.
They-
Yes. So you have now begun to hear the goings on of the giant palace that you are in. And thank you for the follow, Dunces and Dice. As you wake up in your beautifully established rooms within the palace, you start moving about and hearing many, many things happening. As you get dressed and move out into the palace itself, you see servants rushing every which way that you didn't know even lived in the palace. There's a very interesting thing happening where it's no longer just Air Genasi. There are also gnomes and even a few kobolds amongst the palace staff. They are moving through everything, helping to carry platters of food chased in silver, hanging gorgeous decorations, ensuring that everything is as beautiful as it possibly can be. And as you enter the throne room itself, you see that each wall has been decorated to make one of the elements feel at home.
Aw.
Air takes the throne with beautiful themes of the moon, the stars, and other astral objects. On one wall, you see the fires lit, glowing beautifully, as the fire Genasi will feel more at home near an open flame. An entire aquarium has been set up against the opposite wall to help the water Genasi feel more at home in there as they live in an underwater part of Dressai. And finally, beautiful sandstone statues, thick and heavy, have been set along the table at the side of the earth Genasi to make them feel more stable. You see Granny, the new leader of the Air Genasi, democratically elected just a few days before, standing in the center of the room and directing everyone to where they should go. Tell me, first, Gorf, what are you going to do with yourself?
He's gonna ask around, what do the earth elementals, what do the elemental people eat? Do they eat like rocks and stuff? he's gonna ask like the servants and stuff and see if they know.
They sort of giggle at you. They're like, they're still people. They're not.
I mean,
they eat normal things.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Just checking. I didn't want to be like rude and like serve them something they can't eat.
Could still
They
serve
do.
the rock candy.
They absolutely. There is, if you look over there, they do have some surprising taste, but because they are earth Genasi, they're also very good at growing things. So they do enjoy different kinds of spices that we might be using here. And you see in the kitchen, as you look into the kitchen, you see that there's a spice rack that takes up an entire wall at one part of the kitchen. And you see them sort of pulling, they sort of take you over and it's like, so here we go. And it's things like, have you ever tried cumin? It's very interesting. It's a fun spice. We've got a little bit of cumin in there. There's also a few blends, things like, and you realize that for people watching at home, the Earth Genasi enjoy food with sort of like an Indian spicing. So it's like garam masala, things like that, like very, very complex flavors that make you happy.
So Gorf is going to actually ask about all three of the different types of elementals and then work on preparing a special dish for them specifically, based on their taste that he gathers from the servants. I'm going to try my best.
There is, I think that there's going to be, you're going to find some very interesting things. For instance, obviously, the water Genasi, most of them are actually vegetarian because they live in the same space as fish. They actually don't eat fish.
Okay.
They consider them more pets or friends than anything else. And they subsist on a diet mostly of seaweed based. food. So there's a lot of, so it's high in protein, high in vitamins, things like that.
Like a cucumber
they
roll.
Yeah, absolutely. So they have above ground and they have underwater gardens that they utilize for that. Now they do eat things like shellfish because they don't consider those to be intelligent. So there is things like clams or mussels, things like that. That's right, fish are friends, not food. But they also, there is one exception to this, and it is very rare. Once a year, they will eat pork.
Oh,
they have pig farms up on top. They will occasionally eat bacon with things.
Is that like a holiday?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's something that only happens when they are celebrating their move from land into the water. No. There is, as far as the fire genasi, it is an enormous amount of spice. So there is, they absolutely love
capsaicin.
They love poultry.
They love capsaicin.
Yep. It's a good time. They absolutely adore it. So they subsist on things. Theirs is more of sort of a think Mexican food.
Okay.
For the fire genasi, it's going to be like super spicy fajitas, things like that. And they absolutely they love anything in a tortilla. So as you can wrap anything in a tortilla, and they will think that it is absolutely delightful. The air genasi, on the other hand, they are all about lean meats. They eat a lot of poultry because, especially geese, things like that. There is no Saint Gregor. They absolutely do think that that's part of their personality. They also, you all have been informed that the fire genasi also do. There is a game that they play amongst the nobles, and you can expect them to be playing it here, where they all try to steal from each other all the time, and that is just accepted at court. That you should have 3 or 4 money pouches on your belt so that people can steal from you, because it is rude if you do not allow somebody to steal something from you. That is just, it is inappropriate at court. And so, yes, a fun fact about the air genasi is because there are water sources up here, but there's not a huge amount of land. They do, in fact, they have started doing vertical farming.
Oh, nice.
And one of the things that they do in vertical farming is they actually, one of their staples when it comes to salads is rose petals. So their salads, instead of cabbage, their salads are made of rose petals.
How delightful.
Just subvert all norms.
Yes.
Give a cabbage as a bouquet, eat a salad made of roses, you know?
Yes, as one does. It's what one does.
Exactly.
My dear. There's now, we've explained the culinary delights of the representatives. Anything else that you would like to do as your day starts, Gore?
I'm going to work on preparing. Well, how long until they get here? I want it to be hot.
It'll be a few hours.
He's gonna start prepping. He's gonna start prepping it.
It's fabulous. And what about you, Goru?
Goru goes down and just, hello, Granny. How are you doing this fine morning?
Oh yeah, I'm great. Thanks for asking. I'm excited about today. I think it's gonna be. It's going to be difficult, but if we can pull it off, I think that it'll really go a long ways to help in the war effort, don't you think?
I agree, and I love what you are doing so far with tying in the different spaces for everyone. I think it's some of what we've talked about of the psychology and diplomacy basics. And I think it's wonderful.
Well, I'm glad you approve. And she sort of reaches above her head to your hand, and she sort of pats it. Yes.
Well, Granny, I'm here to be of service to you in any way that I can. Is there anything that would find helpful for me to be doing this morning?
To be perfectly honest, I think that probably the best thing that you could do today is going to be trying to keep some of the diplomats out of me here. Sorry, I just flipped into an Irish accent instead of so I've got too much old lich
So many
in me
voices in your
right
head.
now.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that if one of the issues is going to be being able to talk to the diplomats one at a time, so that I can actually really see what they want. Because if they're all in a group, then they're all going to be strutting and posturing and puffing their chests out and seeing who's the best, and that's not great. So yeah, just try to keep them as distracted as you can, and then I'll find time to come up and say hello when I can.
Most definitely. And Granny, I know you are aware, and I get really close as I lean down to this tiny, trying to make it warm as I lean down and just be I hope that we are able to look and identify for the possible spy that will be embedded in the Earth Genasi
Yeah.
group.
Well, I hope they're the only one.
Fair.
Wink, wink.
Very fair. Granny's
I'm sorry, did I just hear a metagame week? Is that what's happening?
Is that a wink from the
Is
ether?
part of the palace suddenly falling down on Felix?
Sorry, no. Something got stuck in my eye.
Architecture
That was
here.
completely
It's just-
separate.
It's just so old and rickety. Oh no.
So old and rickety.
Oh dear. He had a ghost pepper and he's just throwing up in the loo
Yep.
right now.
Just gone today,
yeah.
Such a shame. Hardly knew he.
Oops.
So yeah, that's how people die today. Is they eat the wrong food and they're allergic.
Yeah.
All right. And to answer McBluff, it's corn tortillas mostly. There's yes. Now,
Good to know.
hey Crow, why don't you tell me what's going on with Crow?
As Crow is kind of going through the palace, seeing the rustle and bustle of everyone kind of getting ready for everything, he's a little bit taken on the back foot. He being in Jarsaia and going to Delver Dream has been the most amount of continuous civilization he's been around, and so it's kind of starting to get to him a little bit, and so he kind of goes in search of Goru.
Fabulous. You will find him in the throne room, talking to Granny.
Am I interrupting something?
What?
Not at all, my friend. How are you this fine morning?
I'm doing pretty well. I just wanted to touch base with you for a moment. So you remember the whole entire tag teaming of making a government in an afternoon?
Yes, I faintly remember something along those lines.
I was wondering if perhaps you could use my service in helping you write up a speech of sorts, something to as a means of introduction to all of the gathering diplomats. You're better spoken than I am, but I feel as if my expertise might be able to be of service.
As you are talking, Granny comes up and she pats you on the back. She says, "Oh, that won't be necessary, dear. In fact, I think the other factions might find it offensive if someone who is not a Genasi or is not a ruler of the Genasi actually speaks for anybody else. It would sort of smack of a foreign power coming to take control of a city, which we're already sort of dealing with me. So yeah, let's
Doubling
step
down
back.
on that probably
but
would be the best.
If you can help Goru to keep people off my back, then I think we could get a lot done today.
Keep people off your back. I could do that.
Do not murder anyone today, though. If we can go a day without a murder, that would be great.
Of course.
Yeah. Kalada's great, but maybe don't ask her to show up today.
Not a problem. She will
Yeah.
remain firmly around my neck.
Good.
I kind
That's
of
nice.
pat Growthon. I pat Growthon and just say, Granny, Kalata could really distract many of our guests. It might be worth a little dice roll there, but. And I just start chuckling to myself as I'm saying this, like.
And what about Felix? What is Felix doing to start off the day right?
Felix is just set up a fantastic musical number, but he's been working himself very hard for the past couple days now, so he's going to actually go and see if he can sneak a snack from his best friend Gorf. So
Fabulous. So you head off to the kitchens.
Gorf!
They are bustling with all manner of things. Like that, as you enter the kitchen, the smell just sort of slams you in the face. There's so many different scents happening and so many different dishes being created that you are just not used to.
Wow, that's a very interesting aroma, Gorf. How are things?
They're good.
Okay, I see you're very busy.
I mean, things are good. I think it's all coming together. It's just, hey, make sure you turn down that soup. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right,
What can I do for you?
I was just really trying to get something to eat.
He gestures at like some like hors d'oeuvres that are already done. Yeah, just take whatever. You're fine. We'll get someone to replenish them.
Do I notice that he's making something for like every different type of genasi?
Yeah, you see that. Well, you can roll me a what does this even be? You can roll me a history check, I guess, to see what's going on with the different cultures.
Oh, dirty 20.
All right, fabulous. You absolutely, as a trained bard, one of the things that you were trained in is the sort of like a little bit in the cuisines of various cultures. So you absolutely recognize certain things. Is there a particular culture's food that you love?
I think that I'm going to like the spice. I think I'm going to absolutely love spice.
All right, fabulous.
So-
One of the things that you see. Oh yeah, no. What is he saying?
I was like looking up recipes and picking the ones I wanted to do. But so for the
Oh my god!
for the fire genasi,
Yes,
it's
I love you so much.
it's a big pot of spicy chocolate mole with a side of corn
so hungry
tortillas
now.
and spiced rice. So you take the rice, you put it in the thing, put some mole on it, and put it in the little taco. So there's like a whole vat full of like this rich chocolate with
It is literally taller than
spicy.
you are, Felix.
So
There's a stock pot that is bigger than you.
but it's like sweet and
sit-
spicy.
I'm in absolute awe. And I think to myself, you know what, this gives me an idea. And I whisper something to myself, and with a little bit of my own illusory magic, I actually change. You see my robe kind of shimmer, and it changes into this long white robe where like along the trim of it is shifting sands, and along the buttons and the cuffs and everything is on fire, and on the wrists is shifting water, and the white on the robe, if you look at it close enough, you can see it's actually like a whirlwind.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
That's amazing. Okay, this is going to be a really fun party.
Well, you get advantage for that because that's glorious. I love that
Oh my
roll.
god.
I want this. I want that in Hero Forge as soon as
Okay.
possible.
I already have it.
Oh, shut up! Oh my god, do you really? Oh
Yeah, I
my
do.
god, I love it. I love it.
All right. You know what, my friend? You're always, you are an inspiration to me. So I'm going to inspire you with a toast. And I pick up a glass and I say, to friends, and I just cheers him.
Yeah, Gorf will stop what he's doing real quick to like grab just some drink. He doesn't even know what it is. And then like, yeah, yes, thank you, of course. And then just down it, and he's like, oh, that was vinegar. Oh god. Oh god.
Vinegar cheers.
Like, someone bring me some water. Oh god.
Okay. Well, thanks for the inspiration.
Yep, no problem.
I think I'm going to go check on Goru. Yeah, have fun. And I walk out like, oh my god, that guy.
God.
That was awesome. Oh my god, you made me hungry.
Yeah,
That was amazing.
No, that's gonna ruin my whole day. The fact that I can't have any of
The
that.
fact that you just have it.
I cannot have any of that food today. All right, so you are all milling about doing the things that you need to do, getting prepared. At one point, you all end up in the throne room. And as you do, you hear a bit of a rumbling, and each of you starts to feel this frigid breeze that is much colder than your typical breeze. And as you watch, a portal that seems to spray snow out of it.
It's the ice genasi.
And not just snow, but where the portal opens, ice starts spreading out along the carpet and the floor and freezing things in its wake. And through it steps a beautiful blue tiefling that you would not recognize, but those from Hunter's Harvest would. She steps through, and with a wave of her staff, you see ice forming in the air as there is snowfall around the head of the staff as it freezes the moisture in the air itself. You look at her robe and you watch as the eyes upon the robe begin to blink. She steps through, looks at all of you and says, I won't be staying long. I just need a little bit of information from you, if you don't mind. Mephistopheles has sent me. She sees you. Are you reaching for a weapon there, Crow? Is that
I
what's going
was,
on?
and then I am no longer. Like, the second a devil's name is spoken, I'm just like, no.
You hear her sort of giggle, and it literally sounds like shattering ice as she does it.
Oh, that's an ugly laugh.
That is an intelligent thing to do, child.
I just kind of whisper to my party, did we do anything to Mephistopheles?
How are you uncertain?
I literally just say, who is Mephistopheles?
Yeah.
You may give me an Arcana check if you'd like.
Yeah.
This is not going to be hard because Mephistopheles is very famous. You still don't
Are
understand.
you
No,
kidding
you've
me?
never heard of it.
No, never heard of her. Hopefully
Yeah.
she's, she's great at parties.
There is Crow. Do you want to, and
Yeah.
Gorf, do you want to give me some
Oh, absolutely.
I guess I'll be there canonically.
Arcana checks?
Oh, 15.
Arcana.
There you go. All right. So, Gorf, you
Yeah,
and
Gorf.
Crow both recognize the name. You both recognize the name Mephistopheles. You know that Mephistopheles The tales that are told about Mephistopheles is that he is incredibly powerful. He is second only to Asmodeus, who is the king of the 9 hells. And he has been trying forever to overthrow Asmodeus. That's what you know about him. So, Goru, you have no idea. There's Felix. You're just sort of stunned by the fact that this person just appeared. She continues. She says, I know that you had a visitor just a few days ago, a little friend of Asmodeus. I'd like to know what you discussed.
Yes. Goru?
Yeah.
I actually, like, in character start laughing. Just like... I'm sorry, milady. I have no idea who you or your master are, and I can understand your desire to have a conversation and know more, but I really don't see how any of my conversation with...
Yes. Well, I suppose that you're of no use to me whatsoever, are you?
Wait.
Yes.
Give me one moment, please. And I just turn to Goru and Felix. Mephistopheles is second only to Asmodeus. We really do not want to cause Granny any more problems. We should just tell them what they need so she can go.
I like you.
Hi. Terrified. Nice to
Tell
meet you.
Tell me about these little talons around your neck. I can feel lightning from one of them, and is that poison on the other one?
They're on my dragon teeth.
Oh. Perhaps you'd like another?
Is this an offer?
It is freely given.
Nothing is.
Everything is free from a fiend, my dear. Nothing ever works out the way you think. That's all.
You know, Crow thought I actually like her. I think you should take it.
She does have a bit of a fun streak, I guess. I offer a drink.
Very well.
Oh, why, thank you, my dear. What did you offer her?
Some of the wine that we had. Just I had a glass, I guess I was taking to someone else.
As you give it to her, she moves it close to her staff, and you watch as the wine itself freezes.
Okay.
You then watch as she crushes the entire thing in her hand.
Oh,
And she then picks out one of the cubes of wine and starts sucking on it.
Oh, well,
It's
as long as you're
kinda-
enjoying it.
Kind of hot, not gonna lie.
Kind of hot. Definitely
hot.
mommy.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry.
Other apologies. Other apologies.
Jack needs to excuse himself for a moment.
I'll be back in a few moments.
As I'm a bit closer, can I actually investigate her cloak with the eyeballs on it?
You can't investigate. She won't let you get that close to it, but you can try an Arcana check to see if you know what it is.
Sure, why not?
Let's see. Let's see what you get.
A 15.
A 15. You recognize that it is a powerful magical robe. You can't remember exactly what it's called, but you know that it gives her different kinds of sight.
Where?
Well,
we're actually in a very good mood right now, so
Oh, good.
I feel it'd be fitting if we traded information today.
Yeah.
So, as long as you
a
are willing
trade.
to,
A
of course.
trade, you say?
Why not? This is a party, you know. We're all celebrating here.
It is. Yes.
So, as long as you are willing to give information, I see no reason why we shouldn't share.
Certainly. You may even ask me a question first. We shall trade 3 questions then.
This sounds fun.
Ask your first question, child. And be aware that once the trade has started, the rules are set. You will answer truthfully, as will I, and you will answer completely, as will I.
Fabulous.
I enjoy this game. I think I should split the questions between my party, just to make it seem a little bit more fair.
Oh, delightful. You see her pull another ice cube of wine and start sucking on it.
Mm-hmm. Let me know if you need another cube, I guess. I can get you.
Ask. As you wait, you watch as the ice begins to expand a little further from the portal, and you watch as one of the chairs, the back legs of the chair have now become so frozen that they just collapse under their own weight and shatter.
Oh.
Your master seeks to ally himself with your master seeks to destroy Asmodeus. Is that correct?
Yes. My turn. Now.
Shit.
Tell me, what exactly did Asmodeus's agent tell you? And you suddenly feel this force forcing you to, in fact, tell the full and complete truth.
Okay. I don't actually remember all of what he said.
He didn't really tell us anything. He asked a bunch of questions. I don't know
He
if that
asked us a
counts,
lot of questions. He didn't share that much information.
Well, she didn't ask for the information. She asked what he said, which means the words that came out of his mouth. Mm-hmm. So that includes all the questions that he asked.
Yes. So I will share all of the questions that he had about the whereabouts of Glacia.
Ah. How intriguing.
Wanted to word my question different, but I ended it short. God dang it.
You did. Who shall ask the next question?
Rothon, would you like to ask this one?
If I'm being volunteered, sure.
Question number 2. I will skip to the next person if you can't think of one.
Oh boy. The only thing on Crothon's mind right now is the possibility for a new tooth. Where did you acquire the one you wish to offer me? The tooth.
I have a connection to several dragons who enjoy the plane of Kenya.
The plane of Kenya. I'm familiar.
Yes. One of the levels of the 9 hells filled with frost and ice. The home of Mephistopheles.
I see.
Now it is my turn to ask a question. You were asked many questions by this messenger of Asmodeus. What were all of the answers that you gave?
I begin to go through and tell her about the incident that happened at the mine in Lolth and the piercing of Glacia's body and her turning into a bracelet and Sune coming and all the details.
As you get to that part with Lolth destroying Glasslet, she just starts laughing at the top of her lungs. She is loving this.
It was pretty epic and amazing, and
Yes.
she's very pretty as a bracelet, you know.
And as you then start talking about Sune, her smile sort of disappears, and she becomes a little more contemplative. Yes. Thank you. Now, who will ask the last question?
I can ask the last question. Would your master, if the opportunity arose, be willing to ally with Delver's Dream and its allies, including possibly Sune, in order to cause some disruptions and the taking down of Asmodeus?
My dear, let me tell you a little something about questioning someone. The question should be direct. The question should not have nearly as many loopholes as you have left. Because all I will answer you is yes. But because of the way you phrase that question, that yes is ultimately meaningless.
I am but a simple bear. And I do my best in this world.
Full of caveats, it's very useful in diplomacy, allowing you and the people around you to wiggle out of agreements that they have made with the terms maybe and perhaps. In a situation like this, though, you've let me walk right in with my final question, which is, what are all of the weaknesses in the defenses of Delver's Dream? And you feel yourself forced to answer.
Do we even know any?
I'm not aware of
You
any.
We
absolutely
know the biggest
do.
one.
Right
we
now,
all are aware of the biggest weakness.
right now, what you tell her is, there is a hole in the floor that leads to the Underdark, which is not powerfully protected. It is only protected against drow and not anything else. There is currently, as far as you know right now, because of the day that this is on the calendar and where you are in your adventure, there is no protection against things like teleportation or planar travel into the compound. And you can also get to it through the plane of magma, through the lava channels. In addition to that, the defenses are not effectively set up currently. It is all essentially common humans and dwarves that are manning the towers, so a small detachment of powerful demons could overtake the entire city. And if Corton is distracted by something else, he will absolutely not be able to help.
That's the one I was mentioning. Oh, God.
So you let her know all of these things, and because she now knows there's no protection against teleportation, she is going to show up in 2 days. She will show up in the hunter's hut. and attempt to kill you all.
Yay!
On the other, just FYI, that's something that happens in
okay.
the other campaign.
Good.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
No, I was thinking that too. I was like, yeah, it makes
For them.
sense.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So she
So
looks at you.
We stopped.
She laughs. She looks at you and she laughs. Says, "Thank you so much. I'm sure we'll meet again, and I'm sure it will be absolutely delightful." Ta.
It was a pleasure, and I give her a bow so deep.
And she looks back over her shoulder and she says, "You never answered my question, Crothon. Do you want another talon?"
Take it.
She opens her palm and you watch as ice crystals form in it and start shaping themselves into the talon of a white dragon. Here you are, my little friend. I will see you soon. And she throws it at Crothon. Please make me a dexterity check.
Oh boy. Run, Crow. I believe
Dexterity
in you.
save. A dexterity save.
All right, that's
You got
better
this,
than
buddy.
success for me. Thank you.
Oh,
21!
yes.
One. Yes.
She
Solid.
throws it
Mad
and you
panic.
pluck it right out of the air and set it on your chain. She gives a little giggle. She says, "Nice catch."
Thank you.
And she disappears into her portal.
Well, we didn't get nearly as much as I wanted to, but I guess that was a successful.
I think we're just
No
really
one got
bad at that
murdered.
game.
If we had been
No one
anywhere
died.
else, we should have fought her.
You would have died.
I think we were playing an expert in their own game. We really out punching above our weight class in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Still
She
should've
is
fought
the
her.
head inquisitor for Mephistopheles. So she is used to obtaining information from anyone, anywhere, including torture and violence. So the fact that she didn't have to do that today means that it was an easy day for her. You know, but she got literally every piece of information that she wanted.
and some wine, you know, so she had
and
fun.
some wine. It's delightful. So yes, as she leaves, Granny comes running up from the throne and she says, "Dear Lord, how many of these people are we gonna get in here? Why do they keep talking to you?"
Too many. We pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah, apparently. Good God, we've got a country to save right now.
I'm sorry we don't have a portfolio of these demons and devils, okay? It's
Yeah.
we just kind of find out when they show up.
Oh Lord.
Kind of
Oh
at
my
their
God. Another
mercy.
one's not gonna pop up in here from Lake Gehenna or something.
I've never been to Gehenna.
Who knows though?
You do not wanna go there. It's not great. No,
You've been to
no, for
Gehenna?
sure it's not. Oh. I've been to a couple different places. You know, we were researching portal technology, so it was,
Of course.
you know, we had to use it, make sure it worked, you know. So I've been sent a couple places that I wasn't super excited about. But we managed.
Yeah, you're
now
one
it's
piece, and now
time.
you're like a god queen, I think.
Well,
That's
let's not
title?
go quite that far. She sort of looks around. She's like, maybe let's not go that far. honey."
Oh my God.
So,
Fucking Crothon.
there's now, as you are talking, you hear trumpets begin to announce the arrival of the first delegation.
They Places, everyone, places.
Granny starts running around and realizes that the only place she needs to be is on her throne right now. But she claps her hands, and you watch as all of the guards come in and start lining the walls. Before you, yes.
I was gonna not knowing what to do, just fall in step with the guards. It's like, yep, this is the appropriate thing. Everyone's lining up against the wall. This is what you do.
So you are one orc in the middle of a whole bunch of Air Genasi guards. So yeah, they've all got beautiful armor and robes on, and you're sort of half naked with your with your strap and your fur.
Yeah. Horse be like, oh shit, and run back in the kitchen.
Goru, where are you gonna be?
I'm gonna go just kind of be towards the side of the throne, perusing over snacks and drinks right now.
Fabulous. And what about you, Felix?
I'm going to be kind of watching the delegations arrive. I have set I set the entertainment in motion, so I should check on them later. But I really just want to, talk to people as they come in. Start mingling early a little bit, see if I can find out a little bit more about the people.
Fabulous. So, as the sumptuously dressed Fire Genasi contingent enters the throne room, they spin and twirl in an intricate dance around the marble floor. The folds in their gowns and robes extend as they twirl, unfolding almost to spheres, held tight at the ankles. Their movements seem random, but whenever they twirl close to any surface, the things of value disappear. The whole time, their ostentatious fans, full of color and verve, open and close, flip and flap, distracting the eye. And one fan is particularly gorgeous, covered in silk and tipped with gem-encrusted lace. The room is swept clean of small valuables by the time Faldan Manada reaches the throne. He bows with a flourish and sets a small golden music box on the floor. As it begins to play a triumphant march, the Sultan of the Fan, ruler of the Fire Genasi, speaks. I introduce Faldan Manada as my proxy in these discussions. He will represent the will of the fire as if it were my own. Then there is a pause. Is it done? Well, how will I know when it's done? We need to figure out a better system of how long we can record things. Oh, well, then turn it off. Then it ends.
I was so confused there for a second until the end.
Done.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Is that all you needed?
Faldan Manada takes his place along the table on the fire section, as do three of his proxies, as his servants then go to the kitchens and various other areas to obtain food and drink for their masters.
That's the mole. That's for them.
Yes. As they sit and you watch as they in fact dip their fingers two at a time into the mole sauce to taste it, and they come back and say, "Ooh, I would like you to give me an intelligence check with advantage to see how well you cooked their cuisine."
Do you have a ring to see in cooking tools? Gore.
He does, yes.
All right, then you should be able to add your proficiency to the roll.
Oh,
What is your proficiency score? It's 3 now? 2? It's 2.
3.
3. All right. So, with an 18, you have done a very passable job.
Oh,
yes,
passable.
This is delightful. Yes. This is quite. You're dealing with very pretentious nobles here.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
They are having. They are trying. They start dipping things into it. There's various types of chicken and seafood and beef and all of that, and tortillas and vegetables that they're all sort of dipping into it and tasting. They seem to be enjoying themselves. Is there anything that any of you would like to do before the next group arrives?
Oh, shit, I almost forgot. I whisper another word, and 4 illusory pockets pop up on me, just to prepare myself for the game.
Oh.
For the great game.
There are 2 real coin pouches, but only with a portion
Fabulous.
of my wealth.
Ford
on all.
learned his lesson, and he left his valuables in his room.
Oh, yeah.
So you have nothing attached to your waist?
Nope.
He's got
Right.
he's got the bib on, or not the bib,
The
the
apron.
chef the chef's apron.
I mean, Gorf
Probably
also
does
has
have
a
a
bib
bib on.
too.
Cooking
Yeah,
and
yeah.
rib.
Let's be real.
It's how he tries the
Yeah.
things just in case he doesn't get it all over his chest.
Right.
'Cause it's hot.
That's
Is it still the
right.
one that says "kiss the cook"?
The apron is.
The apron. Good.
The bib says this is good shit.
Nice.
And it's like there's like splotches of like food on it and stuff, and
Absolutely.
there's a
Yeah.
little pouch.
My God. Well, if nobody wants to do anything else, you hear the trumpets blowing again.
Brr.
The water genasi seem to move in a sinuous line across the floor. This group is dressed in various blues and green as they cross each other's paths. The colors seem to change and shimmer. Only an optical illusion, but expertly done. They carry lavish gifts of textiles, hangings, and cloth. But the jewels of their trove are the pillows. Perfectly sewn and embroidered, they each depict a different landscape. A large cat-filled jungle, gazelle-filled plains, bear-filled mountains, and a stunning depiction of an insect-filled swamp in a salubrious combination of deep purples and greens. They set a brazier before the throne, topped with a shallow brass bowl. The flames are lit, and into the bowl, Glory Blounce, their leader, pours clear water. As the water steams away, an image forms of a fat Merid lounging on a throne. The ones before you may speak for me, as I have very little interest in the goings-on of your backwater planet. I have no idea why the previous Sultan of the Pearl had such a keen eye for your little outpost, but I simply can't be bothered. Have a pleasant day. And the recording ends. The Water Genasi bow very gracefully to Granny, and then take their seats along the Water Genasi side of the table.
And they get a saffron and mussel risotto.
Oh.
Ooh, wow.
You have
Okay.
pulled out all of the stuff.
Yeah, roll me that sweet intelligence.
Ooh, that's a 21.
Ooh, a 21. They begin, they take very delicately carved spoons and begin tasting the risotto. And most of them manage to contain themselves, but there is one
Yes.
named Fuchsia Cray, who just eventually just gets they find a serving spoon from somewhere else on the table that's about 4 times as big, and just starts going to town.
Dwarf's like peeking out from the kitchen. He's like,
Yeah. Everybody else is sort of looking at them like, oh my What is happening over here? And they sort of look away as they're delicately eating little bits, but it's obvious that they really want more.
It's like the bites aren't big enough.
Right?
They're like trying to go slow, but
Meanwhile, this
And now,
one
would
is having like a
anyone-
full-on
I-
food wars
Oh yeah,
orgasm.
yeah.
I'm going to see if I notice anything specific about the Water Genasi, like anything about their culture that I can kind of tag along with in conversation, or like a game that they might have something similar to the Fire Genasi.
Certainly. There's you may give me a history check.
Cool.
Let's see what you know about them. Let's see.
19.
A 19. You know that they are renowned artisans. It is because everything that they made, obviously all the presents that they made are obviously handmade. And one of the reasons that they are so good at this is because while they are weaving things underwater, they have much better ability to manipulate them and do fine detail. So they are renowned for that. They also are absolute perfectionists. And if anything is wrong, they get very snooty about it very quickly. And one of their favorite pastimes is pointing out minor flaws in everyone around them. They are essentially the mean girls of the group.
Oh. I'm going to again use my illusory magic to make sure everything is perfectly balanced on either side of my my garb, and I'm gonna walk directly up to Fuchsia Cray while he's just scarfing down the food.
He pulls up his head, and there's like rice sort of everywhere, like all over his chin, and he very, very quickly sort of brushes it away, like gives himself a little shake, looks at you, and says, "Oh, what a lovely robe you have."
Oh, thank you. Oh, don't worry. I'll be sure to tell my friend Gorfon how much you absolutely loved the food.
Oh, I did. It was glorious. Thank you so much. It reminds me of mothers. It's just delightful. And, speaking of mothers, I'm assuming yours has passed because she let you outside the house with all those garish colors on the same garment?
Oh, no. I have since moved on. But I'm gonna look at his clothes too, see if I can point anything out.
They're stunning.
Stunning.
They are perfect.
I'm going to I'm gonna see if I can prestidigitation just a little bit of dirt on like the cuff, and just be like, "Oh, well, it seems like you didn't clean yours correctly." Oh,
as you are doing that, the just gonna counterspell it and look at you and say, "I think it is so precious that the people that taught you didn't bother to do so correctly. Oh, you're just lovely, aren't you? And so tiny, just so small, just the cutest little thing."
Oh, but I'm always willing to learn. Too bad I don't have an amazing teacher or anything, or anyone around me that's even close to good at, something like that.
That is sad. It's one of the great failings of this whole continent is there's so few that can teach others effectively.
Oh,
now,
too true.
Maybe we could become friends. I think we should.
I think that would be an amazing idea. Yes, you've seemed just such lovely company that it would be a shame not to continue this relationship.
There is on either side you have Drula Haas and Bluewala Swee, who are also part of the contingent. Bluewala looks over at Fuchsia, and just the very slightest raise of an eyebrow, she says, You seem to have something next to you, dear. Is it a servant?
No. Hello there. I am Felix, and I'll do like a bard bow
It's
where I don't.
talking to me like it's people. Interesting.
What a bitch.
Oh, wow.
Are you people?
Fusha, your fellow patrons here seem much more ill-mannered than you. How do you take them anywhere?
Fusha, you still have something all over your face. Oh, it's shame. All right, dear. Thank you. I will have a glass of wine. Thank you, little mouse people. Goodbye.
Oh, sure, I can get that for you. I'm gonna pickpocket them.
Do it.
Fabulous.
Fuck
I
'em.
love it.
Oh my
Please
God.
give me a we'll just roll it into a sleight of
I'm
hand
gonna
check.
give you advantage.
Okay. And I'm going to
Ooh.
actually cast an invisible mage hand and go around them while they're distracted by me and pickpocket them from behind.
Fabulous.
So-
Gimme. I want that
see
roll.
Numbers.
I want it. I want that roll.
How's a 28, Kyle?
Oh, fuck!
20 motherfucking
Solid.
8, bro.
Let's go.
How's a 28,
You
dude?
have advantage too, I think, right?
Yeah,
That
it
was with advantage.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
nice,
so-
nice,
The
nice.
first one was a 10.
As
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do manage to pull something out of their pocket and place it into one of yours very, very discreetly. Are you going to do anything else while you're standing next to them?
I'll give Fusha my information. I'll say, dear, whenever you have time, please let's chat. I feel there is plenty of gossip here to go around, and I'll walk away.
Give me an insight check.
Insight. Just a 15.
A 15. You notice that every time now that you speak to Fusha without first speaking to Bluewala, Fusha starts getting distressed.
Would I know why that would be?
Nope, no idea.
All right.
Not with a 15.
I'll just dwell on that, and I'll walk away again.
Fabulous. Anybody else?
I'm just going to like see Felix coming from that altercation, and just like look over at the two guards just like on either side of me. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, it's a thing.
Gorf is
You
now
alright there?
upset that he
You
made
okay
the
there,
food
buddy?
so good for them. They're assholes.
Crow. Thank you for the concern. Please, listen. Barding is very hard work. This is actually pretty common, in fact, for mousefolk bards. That's why there's.
As you start saying that, you hear a little distance away. Barding is something you put on a pet dog, not something you do.
Being a bard.
Dear.
Sorry, semantics. Jesus. Being a bard is, especially for mousefolk. That's why you don't see many mousefolk as bards. My people tend to do more lucrative businesses.
Are you-
Never knew.
Are you going to look at the thing that you stole?
Yes, actually, I pull it Crow a little closer so we like form a bit of a wall, and I'll look at it.
It looks like it is a note that just says the words, the swamp is for the queen only.
What is this?
Swamp is for the queen only. Oh, this may have something to do with the the Queen Kilnas. Yeah, totally.
Please, both of you, give me an intelligence check.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Intelligence.
Intelligent.
Oh, again, a 16 actually. I rolled a 16.
With a 16, you get a rereading. Now, mind you, you can ask for this anytime you want.
Oh, and a 17.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You may always ask for a rereading of what has happened before. So I will give you this. The water genasi seem to move in a sinuous line across the floor. This group is dressed in various blues and greens. As they cross each other's paths, the colors seem to change and shimmer. Only an optical illusion, but expertly done. They carry lavish gifts of textiles, hangings, and cloth. But the jewels of their trove are the pillows, perfectly sewn and embroidered. They each depict a different landscape: a large cat-filled jungle, gazelle-filled plains, bear-filled mountains, and a stunning depiction of an insect-filled swamp, and a salubrious combination of deep purples and greens.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is just their textiles. I believe it means that Glory Blounce will have direct and only she'll be the only one that can use the swamp.
I see.
Textiles.
Glory is not a queen. There's only one queen in the room, and that is Granny.
Oh, I thought she was the president. God, these titles are confusing.
I'm currently going with God Queen right now. Don't let her know.
No, don't call her that.
It's gonna catch on. It's gonna catch on.
No, please. Okay. And
Son of a bitch.
You're gonna love it. They just need to try it out.
all right. Actually, is there another fire genasi around?
There are several on the opposite side of the table.
On the other side of the table? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to pickpocket one of them with my invisible mage hand and place it on
Okay,
Crow.
I'm gonna need you to tell me where you're standing when you do this.
I'm standing right by the table.
Where on the table?
Where on the table? I don't know.
Are you by the water genasi? Are you by the fire genasi?
By the fire genasi. I want to be by the fire genasi and try to.
All right, I'm gonna need a perception check from. I'm gonna need 3 perception checks from you.
3 perception. Cool.
You're playing the game now, friend.
Yep. First one, probably not.
Let's see.
18, so 23 on that one.
Oh boy.
And
an 8. So as you are passing one of the nobles, you watch them sort of reach out and try to grasp one of your. That is Arit Sean, who is reaching out, and you smack their hand very gently and sort of smile at them.
No.
And
not in my house.
You look down afterwards, and one of the other ones, Colleen Hort, she is sort of like looking at her hand and like, why don't I have anything in my hand? But you also notice that another one of your money pouches is gone. So please give me a 2d20. And let's see what's going on here. And you have lost 19 gold.
All right, I say another word and I replace that money pouch with another illusory one, so I only have one real one now. But I left most of my wealth in the somewhere
Certainly.
safe.
And they all start giggling. It's like, oh, this will be fun today, won't it? Oh, hi, Felix.
Oh, hi. I have no idea who they are. Hi.
You do recognize some of their faces from when you were from when you met Faldon Manata.
I don't know their names or anything. I recognize them, sure, but
yeah, you play it off like you do. Hey, honey. How are you?
Oh,
I'm still gonna try to pickpocket one of them.
You what?
I'm still gonna try to pickpocket one.
Which one are you going? There are 4 that you could pickpocket. Faldon Manata, Arit Sean, Colleen Hort, and Pantil Grona.
Oh, is one of the guy that we did the dance with, me and him, and we stopped each other from pickpocketing each other. Is he here?
Yes, that's Arit Sean.
Arit Sean? I'm going to pickpocket Arit.
All right, fabulous. Show me. Now you're going to have to do this one at disadvantage because they are used to pickpocketing each other.
All right. Let's see. Disadvantage.
Leaving you.
Oh,
Let's see.
Only an 18.
Only
With
an
an 18, with an 18, it is still not good enough.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no, these guys are, don't forget, these guys are trained to do this.
These guys are pros.
All the time.
Just smack him on the ass, give him a wink,
Yeah. There is, as you aim for his pocket, he takes his fan and just flips it open. And it sort of blocks you from getting where you want to go. And he gives you a big grin and sort of fans himself. And he's just like, and this fan is so gorgeous. It is just, it's like got gems and lace and it's all silk and just beautifully, beautifully painted. So yes, so he just sort of giggles at you and it's like,
right. I guess I'll go back to wandering the party and talking, I guess.
fabulous. Anybody else? No?
I kind of peruse, I'm just slowly over some of the drinks and take a glass of wine and slowly approach the water genasi. And I give a deep bow and say, "Greetings, my name is Goru. How are you this fine afternoon?"
Well, I suppose that the food is passable. So that's nice that you took the time to learn even one thing about us. That's just glorious. Is there a reason that your ears are not the same size?
Oh, interesting.
Are you malformed?
Oh, most likely. In the womb, I tugged on it too hard. Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I do so hope that you don't bring too much shame to your family with that.
Oh, it's interesting. I'm actually able to hear slightly better out of this side than the other because it's slightly larger.
Oh, well, that's quite
fascinating.
interesting indeed. So what you're saying is that you hear very poorly out of the other one.
Oh, it could be interpreted that way if you would like.
I suppose it could.
Yeah. Do I essentially I'm looking for any differences in their reaction to looking at me, or does anyone seem kind of off or different than the rest of the group?
No. But you may make me an insight check if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Who would you like to do an insight check on?
The one I saw, not Felix talking to, but the other one, the lady next to him.
The super bitch?
Blue Walla.
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, because I was
bitch.
close. I'm pretty sure I overheard some of that and was like, yeah.
Yes, she's the leader of the Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Queen bitch.
There's
Here, I'll give you advantage.
let's see. Oh, yeah, no, you don't. You think they are the nicest people you've ever met. They are really they're trying so hard to help you all out. Oh, wow, yeah. Because
They're
you
fine.
just, obviously, you actually, your self-esteem is sort of, shrinking as you're talking to them because you believe now what they're saying to you, that there is, that there's something wrong with you. Yes. Is there something that we can do for you?
Well, I just hope that you are enjoying this party, and
We so are.
I'm so glad.
Yes.
Yeah. Should be a wonderful time.
I think
I just-
so too. And I so appreciate the fact that the stables are so close to here, just in case someone would want to go for a ride. Or oh, that's you. Oh, what a
Damn.
what a natural scent.
I love that. I'm sure you love going for rides at all sorts of hours.
I do. It's quite enjoyable.
Oh shit. Oh, I just.
Isn't it just a wonderful experience, you know?
Oh.
Sometimes we need that kind of presence in our life.
Need that release,
We
you know.
do.
Yeah.
It's true. Now,
I've
if you'll
always
excuse
wondered how
Mhm.
water genasi are able to what kinds of things they are able to do, like in the water. Do you have? And I guess I don't know.
You can
I
cut
have
the
fumbled
sexual
it.
tension with a knife. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
God.
I broke
Well,
character
we
there
do-
for a second.
we weave beautiful tapestries. We
You do.
we ride our hippogriffs.
Baskets. They weave baskets underwater.
Yes.
Sometimes we do. In fact, we have a whole school dedicated to underwater basket weaving.
Oh.
We do. It's
always-
delightful. It's
I've always-
delightful.
Always wanted to see a hippogriff. I've heard they are just majestic
Yes.
and beautiful.
They are glorious, and occasionally we do train, for instance, crabs or lobsters to conduct large orchestras of undersea creatures to sing and dance for us.
No.
It's always nice.
I once saw a depiction of that in a tapestry, and it was
Yes.
filled my childhood with wonder and awe.
Oh, that's delightful. It's so good to hear that. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Of
we do need to
course.
get ready for the discussions.
Of course, enjoy the rest of your evening.
And you hear like, as you're leaving, you hear a couple whispers of like, he's filthy. And then you hear her respond, oh, I know.
That,
Anything else?
where is Granny in all this? Is she just like
Granny is on her
throne?
throne. She is
Okay.
being a consummate diplomat, waiting for everyone to appear and offer up the ability, the announcement of their proxy.
I see. In that case,
Man.
I'm just gonna go back to my post that I
Fabulous.
stolen.
And you hear the trumpets one final time. And the Earth Genasi tromp into the throne room with very little of the grace of the other groups. They are dressed as though for battle, but you realize they always dress like that. 4 of the Genasi are carrying a huge golden object. As they approach, you realize that it is the symbol of the Air Genasi, a chalice sitting in front of a blazing sun. The symbol must be 10 feet high. With very little preamble, the leading Genasi, Korsku Trapap, lifts a large crumbling chunk of dried mud above his head. He smashes it to the ground. The dust begins to coalesce into the face of a growling Tao. You will accept the gift in the spirit that it is given. It shall be hung above the party to give honor to the peace bringers. And then it abruptly ends.
Ah,
Well,
interesting.
As you watch, you see that you see Granny nod and accept the gift gracefully. And you watch as some of the servants of the Earth Genasi start helping the Air Genasi hang it above the throne, and it looks gorgeous. It is made of gold and chased with silver. It reflects the light beautifully. She truly looks like a monarch.
Nice.
And now, as they sit down at their end of the table, you hear a clink, 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 as Granny taps her wine glass with a spoon and raises her voice across the hall to say, "Welcome all. We are so happy to have you here to help us reunite all of the warring factions of this proud and glorious city of Jarsai. Let us now sit and sup together, and in a bit we shall begin discussions about what we can all do to help each other and what we can do as a group to help the war against this horrific threat of the Lich Queen. Huzzah!"
Huzzah!
And you see all of the
Huzzah!
others sort of gently raise their glasses. Huzzah! The contingent of Air Genasi, with Granny in the lead, come down from the throne and sit at the table to have fabulous meals with everyone. During this time, you'll absolutely have the opportunity to chat with people as you are sort of wandering around the room. Would anyone like to do so?
Yes, I'm going to walk around and mingle with the Earth Genasi a little bit, see if I can find out the same sort of things that I did for the Water Genasi or the Fire Genasi.
Certainly so. Give me another history check.
All right, let's do it.
While you're making that check, would we be so honored as to know what
Oof.
the Earth Genasi got for food?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
And I'll bring out the Air Genasis too.
I'm
But
going to use my
I'll wait till after
inspiration.
Felix is done.
So with a 9 in history, you don't have any sort of specific information.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Ooh, okay. Let's see.
Come on.
See what you get.
Big money.
Ooh,
So it's
17.
17.
Solid.
All right. So you know that the Air Genasi have a tendency to be, where the Water Genasi are sort of scalpels, the Earth Genasi are hammers. They are blunt force instruments in most things. You know that they actually tend not to be great in negotiations. They like to use threats a lot, but they also solve a lot of their problems with violence. So if you get into an argument, it is with someone, it is expected that you are then going to get into a fist fight.
Gorf's going to love these guys.
Lord, it's our time to be diplomatic.
So, Gorf and the other servants are gonna bring out for the Earth Genasi, and I'm sorry if I butcher this pronunciation. I looked it up. I'll try my best. Biryani, which is a rice dish with meat and vegetables, and it's full of flavor and especially saffron. I guess saffron. Everyone likes saffron. And some egg. It's a nice big thing of rice dish.
So give me
Super good.
some intelligence with advantage, please.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
12.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so this one they you see them sort of eating it and it's fine, but it's not like they're really enjoying it. It's sort of like they're eating it because they need food. Like it's just sustenance to
I'll
them.
take it. I'll take it.
There is I think that you sadly because these are foreign spices, you didn't really get the proportions
Yeah.
correct. So
There's a
they're
little
all
too
sort of
much
like looking at each
saffron.
other like, this doesn't really like taste like it should.
It doesn't hit.
Okay.
It doesn't hit right.
Right.
And then
Yeah, no.
for the Air Genasi, he's gonna bring out this beautiful roasted geese and sweet potatoes and some green beans.
Oh, all right. Eric Van. Yes. All right, let's give me intelligence. Let's
This is a
see.
little better. Okay, 15. Okay.
So 15. So 15. Granny comes. This is very nice, Gorf. It's very nice. You did a good job.
You have inspiration.
Thank you.
You could roll a
Well,
d6.
he already had. Oh.
I gave
Would
him
you like
inspiration
to
in the
do that?
morning.
Oh. Yeah, I'll
Oh
I'll,
yeah, roll
I'll,
a d6 for that.
I'll do it for the Air Genasi. Do the Air Genasi. They can have mediocre food.
That's right.
Heck
So
yeah.
that's a 20.
All right.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah!
Woo!
Yeah,
So
let's go.
You see, as you
Recording in progress.
Like one of them like motions over to the guard and they sort of look around like they're telling a big secret. Like, this is amazing. This is so good.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. And then that guard goes back to the others, and throughout the room you just watch in a wave as this gossip goes around the room with all the air genasi, and then starts heading out into the city itself. So there's
this will be fun. I actually go up to one of the air genasi and I point out Bluala, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, she is just the biggest gossip here. I mean, she just wouldn't stop talking about everything.
The air genasi, as soon as you say she's the biggest gossip, he looks at you and he's just like, well, that's just despicable. You shouldn't gossip.
Know,
gossip
right?
is terrible.
That's just the worst.
I can't believe that they would do that.
All right. Well, make sure you don't tell anybody else, okay? And I'll walk away.
Then you just hear like some sort of like low grumblings about how terrible gossip is. Throughout the room. How it's just really just destroying the youngest generation.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
It's just
Gossip
awful.
will be the death of us all.
For shame.
There's anything else that you would like to do during dinner?
I would like to go, like chat it up with some of the Air Genasi diplomats and like slip in there, just like lean forward and just like in the guise of like giving a compliment and then just whisper, I heard that what's the I can't remember names.
Bluala.
Bluala?
Who are you asking about?
The
Mega bitch.
Mega bitch.
Okay, yeah. Blue Hollow, yes.
I heard. I was talking to her and she was talking about writing things at all hours of the night, and I just am curious. I didn't know that they rode hippocampuses for late night rides.
Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry, not hippogriffs. Yes. And the Air Genasi just sort of look at you. Yeah, no, of course they do. That's when you ride the hippocampus in the moonlight. That's when they have their races. Bluala is one of the best hippocampus racers in the city. Do you not?
That's delightful.
Do you not race hippocampi?
I've actually never seen one.
Oh, they're majestic creatures.
What are
They're
they
lovely.
called?
Hippocampi. Hippocampus. Wait, no, that's the.
It's a part of the brain.
No.
That's the
Yeah,
brain.
that is a. What is it? A
What is it?
hippocamp?
Are we talking
what are we
about
talking
kelpies?
about here?
I have no idea.
It's the half horse, half fish.
The kelpies.
They're called something else though.
Yeah.
Half horse, half fish.
Oh yeah, the kelpie.
Hippocamp.
Yeah, it's a hippocamp.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
hippocamp.
that's not it.
Yeah, it's named after that part of
Oh,
the brain.
I
Apparently.
was like the
Hippocampus.
hippocampus. I was like, what?
Yeah. No, yeah. When as soon as I said it out loud, I was like,
yeah.
"That's wrong."
Hippocampus, hippocamp, hippogriff. It's
Yeah,
all the same thing.
I don't know what anything is anymore.
Yeah, no, hippocampus is correct. So
Yeah.
Oh, so I was
Half horse,
right.
half fish. Yeah, hippocampus.
Okay.
Hippocamp.
there's anything else that you'd like to talk to them about?
No, I'm just greatly disappointed now.
Aw. I'm just greatly disappointed.
I am also just being really aware of Granny and her like space, and anytime I see like multiple people trying to, I like don't care if it's kind of rude. I just like insert myself in a conversation with one of those people and playing interference for her.
Oh, certainly. There is as dinner comes to a close and people have, sated themselves. Is there something you would like to do?
Yes, I wanted to go and find the mouse folk that escaped Snanked.
Oh, they're not here.
Oh, I thought they were arriving with the water delegation.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what you said.
oh, that the mouse folk that escaped?
Yes.
Sure. Well, I mean, you can you can absolutely go and talk to them about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak off and see if I can go find them.
Give me a, what would that be? You can give me an investigation check.
Okay. Ooh, only a 13.
A 13, you do not find any trace, like literally no trace at all.
Oh my God, they're dead. There's also no music.
Yeah, I was texting.
Oh.
This is
Yeah.
very eerie.
I was texting Lando. From
So
like,
my Discord
We're at
cut
a
out?
party and there's no music.
I was texting Lando discreetly, just like I want to.
My Discord
Alright,
cut out, and it stopped me sharing my audio.
Yeah, I'll just
All right, there you go.
I'll just
Alright.
keep looking for them throughout the dinner, I guess.
Okay, well, when we start like the next section, you may do another investigation check if you would like, but if you are doing that, you're not going to be in the party itself. You're going to be investigating the rest of the castle.
Yeah. That's
So
fine.
just be aware of that. All right, so as dinner comes to a close, it is now time for cocktail hour. New and exciting drink recipes have been created for each of the delegations. The large table at the center is removed, and many smaller tables are placed around the room with tall chairs about them so that people can mingle and discuss things before the official talks start. You see many people milling about, and you see several starting to head towards Granny, wanting to discuss things with her before true negotiations begin.
Oh boy.
Anybody want to do anything?
Is there any Earth Ganassi going immediately over?
Yeah, it's essentially all three of the ambassadors are heading over.
I play interference for the Earth Ganassi.
And I'll play
Mhm.
interference for fire.
For fire? Okay.
Yeah.
So I would like you to give me a perception check, Goru, first.
And I'll do.
Let's
I guess
see.
Gorf will do water. Because he's just Felix.
All right, fabulous. And Felix is off searching
Yeah.
for friend.
We're
You do not notice anything, but roll me. What are you wearing on your waist?
Oh no.
I'm pretty ignorant. No one's really updated me that much about. Well, I guess you did say.
I did explain it.
Felix did.
Well,
explain it.
you are a diplomat,
Yeah,
so you would also have been here before. I
have like 4 pouches and most of my gold. There's enough. I got a couple hundred on me spread out through some pouches and some fake coins.
All right,
and
if
stuff.
it's a couple hundred, then I would like you to roll me 40-20. And let's see. Faldon Manata is 41 gold richer.
That's a small price to pay.
Yeah.
He comes to you and, as he sort of like, with a flourish, he bows. And like the voluminous sleeves of his outfit, sort of flutter about, disguising what he's doing. And he looks at you and he just says, "Well, it is so nice to see you again, Goru. It's been so long."
It's far too long, Faldon. How have you been doing in this tumultuous season? Are you...
Well, your friend Felix certainly saved my bacon from a difficult situation. So I do appreciate that. And you may make me another perception check, Goru. With a 15, you notice that a few of the other people in the Fire Genasi group are headed towards Granny. Arit, Sean, and Pentil Grona are both heading towards her. Tell me, Goru, what have you been up to these many seasons?
You know, traveling and talking to many fine people such as yourself. Recently, I've had the privilege of, actually, my title is now Gorufa, and I'm actually
fantastic.
the representative of the bear folk in Valencia.
Well, that is exquisite, isn't that?
It's wonderful.
That is just glorious. I think that's amazing. And you may give me another perception check at disadvantage.
Oh boy.
In fact, everybody who's in the room may give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh boy.
So it would be a 9 for me.
All right, an 11 for Gorf.
And
Ooh!
Wow.
double 28.
Wow, Crow. You watch as Arit Sean reaches into their pocket and pulls out a vial of something. Would you like to do anything?
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna approach Sean and just kind of.
How are you going to? You're speaking to the Earth or the Earth Genasi?
Yes.
As you just turn and head towards Granny, you hear behind you, "What? I'm not good enough to talk to?"
Oh no, I was going to introduce you to one of the other dignitaries. I think you two would get along nicely. Arit, could you for a moment?
Arit suddenly sort of looks up and is a little surprised to hear their name called. Certainly, yes, certainly. Yes, what can I do for you?
Kind of usher him over into the conversation.
Please give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh boy, perception.
Oh,
all right, fabulous.
solid.
You see him trying to reach for one of your money pouches.
As he goes towards it, I just kind of move my foot back just so that it's 1 inch closer. He would have gotten it, but it's just very seamlessly and naturally. It's
they just sort of seamlessly bend down then and pretend to be tying their boot.
Even though it's perfectly tied and perfect.
Yeah. He's like, yes, what can I do for you? Yes, hello.
I was just speaking on the many beautiful sights of the Fire Ganassi's land.
Well, yes, the palace is beautiful, as is the compound around the palace. It's true.
Yes. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind just bestowing some of the greatness of the Fire Ganassi, the accolades that you've all achieved in the last few years to our fine guests from the Earth Ganassi.
Well, that sounds so delightful, but I'm sure that the Earth Genasi would be bored to death with the things that I have to say about it. After all, we come from the same city. You've seen it all before, but do have fun.
As he's trying to make his way out back, did I notice where he tried to stow away the vial, if he did at all?
You saw with a 28. You absolutely saw that he put it into his left pocket.
All right. So as he's making his way, I'm going to channel the power of Felix and attempt to, for the first time, pocket the Fire Ganassi.
Oh my God! Okay, all right. You're absolutely going to be doing this at disadvantage.
I will use my inspiration.
Okay, fabulous. So just a straight roll.
Straight roll. Oh boy!
Give me a sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
He has advantage.
Yeah.
Well, no. So it doesn't. So anytime you combine advantage and disadvantage, no, it just cancels it out. Regardless of how many things you add on top of it, it's just always canceled out. So, yes, a little sleight of hand. Let us see. And mind you, in chat, if anybody wants to throw some bits at that,
Does anyone have any plus
and
twos?
get some plus twos going for them, I will absolutely allow that.
no.
So yes, we have got some delightfulness happening over there. In the meantime, is anybody else doing anything?
Well, he could roll really crappy perception, but unlikely.
Yeah. Highly unlikely.
So we have Goru chatting up chatting up Faldan Manata. We've got Gorf over with the water people. I feel like I just give me an intelligence, just a straight intelligence check. Gorf,
Okay.
I want to.
This is great. That's a 3.
Oh my god, you are so confused by
Why are they all so
what
mean
they're
to me?
saying. You are so confused by what they're saying that you don't even realize they're being mean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Like, that's how bad a 3 intelligence roll is. Like, you don't get it. Like, they're saying these things, and throughout this conversation, eventually you sort of pull up a chair and are talking to them like they're your therapist. They're like, just like, they're really trying hard to help you be better, Gorf. They're trying really, really hard.
I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
At one point, it is suggested to you that you should climb into the aquarium because you need a bath.
Well, I mean, I have a bath in my room. I mean,
and they explain to you that you need a more immediate solution to it.
Alright, I'm gonna roll another intelligence check to see if they do that. 6. I do that.
I was like, oh yeah, I mean, if you really think it'll help.
As you attempt to crawl in there, Granny comes rushing over with a whole bunch of guards, and she's like, "Thank you, Gorf, for demonstrating how sturdy this aquarium is." That is fantastic.
Yeah. Gore kind of
Alright,
realizes what he was
Gorf.
doing.
And
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
She heads over to Bluewalla and she just says, "My dear, you look amazing. And I find it quite interesting that you would go after the weakest prey in this situation. I think that it really speaks volumes about both your personality and your ability that you weren't trying to handle someone a little bit more your speed. But do have a lovely evening. Goodbye."
Oh, get wrecked, dagger.
Granny just KO'd her.
Ugh, one hit.
And Felix, why don't you give me an investigation check with advantage?
Alrighty then. Let's see what I get.
Ooh, I'm excited.
19.
A 19, you find nothing at all. There is not even a single trace of it. You've checked the vestibule, you've checked where people entered. There is no trace. You've talked with the guards. None of the guards have reported a mouse folk.
I'll think back to what Big Louie said and see if I can remember anything from there that might give me any hints.
You can give me an intelligence check to see how much you remember.
Hopefully it's good. It's terrible.
Oh god.
Yeah, you remember a little bit about it. What you remember is that like the mouse folk escaped. That there were a few that escaped, but nobody's heard from them since they entered the city.
Are there any other mouse folk around, or one of the mothers on the city that I can like?
Nope. Big Louie's been sent home. He had his full trial and got sent and got, sentenced to death. So no, there's none in the palace. None have been allowed in the palace for this.
All right. I suppose I can
do something interesting.
Yes. I will.
Let's do that.
I will go outside of the palace and see if I can find them. Leave a mark one of the notable mouse folk marks to let them know how to contact me.
It takes you you get like halfway through the gardens and you hear it.
Oh. Yes.
And
Okay.
it's one of the mouse folk. You don't really know them very well. It's Jamie,
Janie.
the mouse folk.
I've heard of them, but okay. Okay, I go up and talk to them.
Be like, hey,
yes.
What's going on in there?
Well, a lot of delegating and a lot of terrible people, but besides that,
Oh,
what's going on out here?
Nothing. I'm trying to get an idea of what's going on so I can tell the mothers about it.
All right, well, I'll kind of explain the situation to them.
And they get that this is a negotiation and that everybody's terrible and
Yeah.
there is, yeah.
I can't find hide nor tail of the person from Non-Ked that escaped. Do you know anything about that?
What the mouse folk?
Yes.
Well, I know they came into the city. They went to one of them came to Big Louie, and Big Louie sent them, back to Balland to go talk to the mothers.
Okay. As long as they're safe.
Well, no, but there were 3 others. And they each went to a different part of the city, but no one's heard from them since. So we think they might have been captured or something.
Oh, that's not good. Do you know anything about where they were last seen?
Most of them were last seen heading to like the central parts of the cities.
They could be anywhere by now. Right. I'll do some investigating. Keep an eye out for me.
Let me see. Give me an not investigation. Give me a history check with advantage.
History with advantage. Let's see. My history isn't that good, so just a 15.
A 15. With a 15, you may do what you like with this information, but the ruling class of non-Ked can change their shapes.
Yeah. My brain got to that conclusion, just like those are the fucking, aren't they? Fuck.
I'll do an insight check on this guy too, just to see if he's really
I'm so sad.
Gimme.
Okay.
I want that. All right, let's do it.
Fun.
Oh my god.
Absolutely telling the truth.
All right.
Anything else?
No, I'll go back to the party and I'll just check on everyone to see if there's even one thing out of place. I'm looking for spies now.
I'm about to need your help when you get back in
while
here too.
like it has taken you a while to go and search everything out. So for this cocktail section of the party, you will not be available. It's only the other 3. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
All right. So back in there. Let's see. Let's head back over. So you got a 10 on your insight check, was it? Yeah.
It was a 10 on a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just sort of like crack your knuckles with their fan and giggle. It's like, oh, you'll get there one day. You'll get there.
Oh yeah.
And they head back
just
off.
like, where the house?
And they start heading back towards Branny.
Caw? I just say in the general direction of where Goru is.
Everybody in the party just sort of everybody's now staring at you, and Granny sort of looks over and she's like, yes, of course. Caw is the very best cocktail of the evening, which we were saving, weren't we, Gorf? We were saving this cocktail.
We were saving this cocktail for
unveil
Yeah.
What
Would
what
you-
cocktail? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh
Granny.
dear, Gorf, come with
Ah!
me. Gorf, come with me immediately.
I rolled a 3, so I was like, all right.
Granny's-
Yeah.
God damn it.
You're
Come
gonna
on. You don't
This
have to
tiny
roll
little-
for everything.
No,
Right, this
it felt
tiny-
important.
This tiny little gnome grabs your hand and sort of drags you towards the kitchen. And she's like, oh my god, make up a cocktail. I need something incredible.
Okay,
It's gotta
okay.
you have to put like some champagne so it's bubbly and cute or something like that.
Yeah,
Just get it done, and I need 40 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
And she steps back out into the party. She's like, well, gosh darn it.
I'm very
Bro,
sorry.
I can't believe that you ruined the surprise.
I've really done it.
Come on now, Crow.
I was just so excited about the
and you see-
cocktail.
You see that that Arit is now standing right next to Granny, and he just sort of looks at her. He's like, I know. He'll catch it eventually, my dear. And Goru and Crow, you may each give me a perception check with advantage.
Oh boy. Okay. Bye.
All right. Ooh, Crow, you
Hmm.
see him reaching for the same bottle. And I'm
Oh.
going to give you 1 round to react.
Oh boy. I see him just going for the bottle. Am I?
Tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to give you forever to make a decision. This is happening very fast.
Yeah. I just
So nothing.
interject. I just interject and like move Granny aside to like.
You're not anywhere.
Oh,
you're on
I'm
the
not-
other side
oh.
of the table.
Oh,
You're over by the
God.
Earth Genasi, hon.
Oh no! Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me what you're going to do. You've got 1 round. I'm going to start counting
I'm just
down
gonna
30
out him.
seconds.
What am I trying to be sneaky for? I'm not in trouble.
30.
He is.
29.
Oh, what do you have there?
38. And he just sort of looks at you. What are you talking about?
That vial in your hand. It's very.
I don't have
Wow,
it. Like he holds his hand. Like you see his hand pass behind his fan, and then it comes out. There's nothing in my hand. What are you talking about?
Oh, I guess I might have just been mistaken. It looked very real for my position. Opulent, really.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm sure whatever you saw, I'm sure that perhaps you saw that. Yes. How interesting. You watch him open up his fan and he just sort of does a little flourish with it. And you watch Granny just go, oh, ouch. Oh, there's, I think I was nicked by your fan. Oh, how sad. And he just sort of stands back and goes, I am so sorry, Granny. My apologies. Let me see if I can't find you a bandage. And he heads over towards the kitchens.
I excuse myself and head over to the kitchen.
So I've heard the caca and I'm like watching what's going on with Crow. Can I follow Crowthon when I see him leave?
You may absolutely follow Crowthon.
Yeah.
And you watch as Granny sort of heads over back into the crowd to chat with people. As you are moving, you notice all of a sudden that this person, Arit, is not actually headed towards the kitchen. He's heading past the kitchen.
I continue to trail him.
It's like, oh, he sees you following. He's like, oh, I'm just looking. Where is the restroom?
Oh, I can escort you. No matter.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And you take him to the nearest restroom, which is, a giant, gorgeous, opulent thing. And he says, I'll be right out. Thank you so much for your help. And he slams the door in your face.
I put a foot. My goal was to, get into an altercation with the man. So, as he goes close to the door, my foot's already there.
Oh, you're gonna have a
I just
epic
want to speak
bathroom
privately.
fight. Those are the best.
Crow.
There's where are you, Goru?
I'm right behind Crow now.
Okay. Do you do anything?
Yeah, I like put my hand on the door and I'm like, Crow, I'm trusting you now. And then push the door open and step into the bathroom.
As you attempt to step into the bathroom, you watch. Please, both of you, give me a dexterity save with disadvantage.
Oh, fire truck.
If it's an effect you can see, Jax, you get advantage. So it's
Cancels out for you.
So a 17, yes.
Yeah.
And I got an 8.
And an 8. So
wait, I had
watch.
advantage. That's not an 8. That's a 14.
All right. Sadly, that is still not enough.
God damn it.
You watch as his fan flicks open, and almost faster than you can see, he just whips it around a few times. And Goru, you manage to get your hand out of the way quickly, but Crow, you do not. You feel a very slight scratch on the back of your hand. And now give me a Constitution save, please.
Is this battle? Big battle?
Not yet.
Okay.
19.
19. So it's just a little nick. And he looks at you and says, "Pardon me, gentlemen." And he tries to close the door again.
I'm in the doorway, like he's incapable of shutting. Crow, what's going on here?
Well, fine. If you want to watch, I suppose I can tell the others that you're into that sort of thing.
I think we'll have much to tell the others. I say, kind of rubbing my arm where it was nicked. You know,
of course,
have a reputation.
Do we?
Oh yes. I believe the first of many nicknames we were given was the Poison Gang.
The Poison Brigade.
Yeah.
You can't even remember your own name.
The Poison Brigade. Yes.
Yes, how fun is that? What a lovely little moniker. Of course.
It was not one that was wrongly given.
You just watch him walk across the very lengthy bathroom, head over to the toilet, lift up the seat, and he begins urinating. There's with his back to you. So do tell, what part of this is exactly the best for you?
As he is in a compromised position, I go over and grab the vial.
So where are you gonna grab?
Where are you gonna grab?
Yeah, where are you gonna grab, Crow?
He doesn't. There is no visible vial.
There's no visible
vial. Like
in order to be doing flourishes and the like, and like nicking people with it, he has to have like arms and length, hands. So whichever one is normally the one that was like flourishing with the fan, like the length of that arm, like doing a pat down.
I hope this guy's bad.
You.
I mean, he probably is.
You attempt to pat him down. He says, "You're really not my type. If we could not do that, I would very much appreciate it. And you can give me a dexterity check to see if you find anything in there, or give me an investigation check at disadvantage."
All right.
As he's trying to sort of shake you off his arm. He's like,
23 twice.
Oh wow!
How about that?
You do not find anything up his sleeve.
I continue my search.
So he has finished now. He's finished using the toilet, and he, he zips up and looks at you and he says, "I'm going to go now. I do hope you have a lovely evening." And he starts walking out of the restroom.
I look over to Goru, and I'm just with the look of "I'm very sorry." I attempt to knock this man out.
Okay.
Like, I'm
give
done playing
me-
games. I've done the whole
All
time.
right.
Let's try to be so.
And
I'm just gonna strike this man.
narrative combat. Here we go. All right. I'm going to very quickly. You may each give me a just Crow and Goru. Give me an initiative.
Not a problem.
Gorf's like, oh, they try to make a cocktail in the kitchen. Oh! He's like scrambling.
Let me just make sure I have my token selected. Boop. Initiative. Here we go. Hey! A nat 20 on my initiative.
Very nice.
Nice.
And we are going to see what he gets.
Never-
Let's look at this. And he gets an 11. All right, so he goes last. All right,
Okay.
so tell me, Crow, what are you going to do here? Remember, we're not doing rolls. You're just describing a fabulous story to me.
Of course. As I see that he's about to make his way and like past me, I just one hand on the shoulder, spin him around, headbutt.
All right, I am going. Give me an attack roll, please.
Not a problem.
And the attack roll will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
With a 14, you miss. He just moves his head to the side and say, "What, are you upset I didn't wash my hands?"
Yes.
Listen, this is supposed to be a diplomatic event. But if you must reduce this to going to blows, that's much more within my alley anyway.
Fantastic.
What did you do?
Goru, what are you gonna do?
So I'm now in, blocking the doorway, and I take a small step forward, and I'm like, Crow, if you want him out, we'll get him out. And I just take my bear paw and I go to swipe his head as hard as I can.
Now that he is flanked, you have yours just a straight roll, not an advantage though.
No, it's a nat 20!
Damn!
No!
Damn! All right. As you swat at this guy, you watch as your hand goes much further into his clothing as it should. It looks, as you actually smack into what looks like his spine, he goes flying across the room. As he does, you watch as his features start shifting and changing. And he steps up out of these voluminous clothes, and you see that he had changed himself so that he was only this wide, which was why it was so hard to hit him. And then all of a sudden, he starts filling out again. And he says, 2 against 1. Well, doesn't really matter anyway. I already did what I needed to.
You died for it.
And each of you, please give me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh, I hate this guy. 16.
Oh, all right.
I have a flat if I can see the effect in any way.
That still would give you a 4.
Yeah.
And you gave me a strength save, so give me a dexterity save.
Oh,
please,
that was
bro.
a strength save. That was an accident. Here we go.
A
10.
10. So
Not
you watch as he flicks open his fan and then whips it out at you, and you see that there is a chain attached to it, and he literally whips it through the room at both of you. Each of you, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Crow just got haste.
Oh, very
Yeah!
nice. Very nice haste. We like a little haste.
Thank
It's
you,
so
guys.
delightful.
Thanks, souls.
All right.
Cole.
All right,
19.
so with a 19, you still don't feel anything, but Goru, you are now poisoned. And both of you are going to take, let us see how much, 16 slashing damage. These blades have been sharpened to absolutely astonishing sharpness. That was a terrible sentence, and I apologize.
Absolutely
As you should.
astonishing. Okay.
There is, as you are like sort of trying to dodge this crazy sharp fan, you realize, Goru, that he is now running towards you. You watch as he sort of shifts a little again and slides through your legs. You may make an attempt to catch him if you'd like.
Yeah, was that a dexterity save?
No, that would be an attack of opportunity
Oh yeah, hell
to
yeah.
try to grab him.
Um,
Give me an attack roll. Ooh! Yes, indeed. You grab him by the neck as he is attempting to slide feet first through you, and you pull him up to face you. What do you say?
You're not going anywhere.
And as you say that, you watch him collapse his fan, press it against his chest, and press a button on the end of the fan. And you just hear this, and he goes limp as he stabbed himself in the heart. You now have a dead shifter in the bathroom. What you gonna do? And we are now out of combat.
Crothon, you need to go check on Granny. I know nothing about poisons. We need to do whatever we can. He must have done something to her.
Search his body. Get the vial. I might be able to do something. I'll be back. And I immediately rush out of the bathroom, using the power of haste, and so get to Granny as fast as possible.
Fabulous. You see Granny chatting with some people, and you can give me a medicine check. You may do so at advantage.
Thank you.
Let's see what this looks like. Well, thank you for the follow, Ken McFerrin. With a 7, you don't. She looks fine.
She could be sturdy. I go over to her if she's in the middle of conversation as politely as possible. Sorry to intrude, but if I could steal her away for just a moment.
Oh, certainly. Come now, Crow. Oh, is it? Are we ready to serve the cocktails?
I believe Gorf needed your approval for one of the...
Of course. Oh, certainly. All right, fantastic.
I don't
back in
agree.
just a moment, gentlemen. Gorf's all pissed off
He's
now. Yes. All right. As you enter the kitchen, Gorf, you may give me a medicine check. Not at advantage, just regular.
Well,
with a 12, you notice that Granny looks a little pale at this point.
Are you doing okay, Granny? You're a little pale.
Oh, I'm sure it's just, this is an exciting night, isn't it?
Sure,
You put a lot of work in.
That makes sense, and, there's a lot riding on this.
It may be more than that.
What?
Why do you say that?
One of the five Nazi was a spy. A trained from Noncat. Sent here to poison you.
Poison?
How is that even possible?
Non-Cat. The people of Non-Cat are more than just orcs.
We've kept our eye on that border for ever since things started going south over there. No one has come through except the mouse folk that escaped.
How many were there?
I don't know. I think there were 4.
Non-Cat. More than 4, any amount of mouse folk in Non-Cat is a suspicious amount to begin with. But 4 mouse folk escaping from Non-Cat, unless they were taken there's a higher likelihood that they weren't actually mouse folk.
As you're talking, you suddenly hear excuse me, boys. What were you saying?
They're most likely spies. Changelings. They change their shape and form. They can look like anyone or anything.
Dear.
And one was disguised as a fire ganassi, likely also disguised as a mouse folk in order to get out of the borders undetected. We need to get you examined, and I need to find out what poison is.
For what? What exactly? What exactly are we examining for?
Gorf hands her a glass of water.
Well, thank you, sweetie. And as you hand her, she coughs a little, and you notice that now there's blood in the water.
Granny.
That's not good.
And you watch as Granny starts to her eyes sort of flutter a little bit. She's like, "What's going on?"
You gotta stop failing your constitution saves.
And Gorf falls down on his face, now covered in 40 cocktails that fell on top of him.
Just he just falls with all the tray.
Oh my God.
I go, I kneel down, Granny ready to catch her in case of anything. Are there any doctors or anything within the kobolds and gnomes?
Oh God, I can't really think. It's all cloudy right now.
Fuck. Gorf, does their brother know how to heal or anything?
And she is now non-communicative. Her eyes are closed. Her breathing is starting to get shallow.
I pick her up. Fuck.
All right.
Keep her in here. I'll go get her.
You now have 3 rounds. You have 3 rounds until she's dead.
So I
30,
have
29, 28, 27.
I have found.
26.
Looked through all his
25,
pockets.
24,
Did I during that time find the vial
22,
at all?
21. There was only one. 20.
I have less
I
restoration.
have
18,
dude.
17,
Are you
16.
here?
Nope,
I'm
he's
in the front
outside in the garden.
Yeah, I'm in the garden.
I swiftly cast Cure Wounds
15, 14.
at 3rd level.
As you cast Cure Wounds, Granny's eyes flutter back open, and she sort of looks at you, but she's still woozy, and you can tell that the poison is still in effect.
Suck the poison out.
Yeah, suck the poison out. It's a
All right, so everybody at home, that's not actually how that works.
Really
just
not.
So you know.
What
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that is...
Granny's
makes
gonna
it
start.
worse.
Granny's still dying, dude.
I'm
What are you doing?
using healing to put her on until. Get your brother!
Alright, Gorf is gonna just bolt out the door and be like, Gorufa, where are you? These cocktails need some special things.
Good save.
I hear and I run over. What do you need? What do you need?
You have anything to the poisoning? Come on, come with me. Come with the kitchen. Get in here.
I'm gonna need another Constitution save from you, Goru.
17.
Gorbrew.
17. All right. So the second stage of the poison has not taken effect for you, but you have disadvantage on all of you. Now have the poisoned effect. So you have disadvantage on what is it? Attacks and
Attacks and checks.
Ability checks, yeah.
And ability checks, yeah.
I go up. I go up to Granny and I cast Detect Poison and Disease.
You can see her whole body glowing with it, but it's where that tiny little cut from the fan, that's where it was
I
introduced.
can also identify the kind of poison in each case.
Please tell me.
You identify this as a very specific poison that you've never run across before. But it looks like there are 3 stages to the poison, and the third one is death. She is in the 2nd stage.
I immediately put my hand and start slowly giving her health points and lay on hands, draining my health pool, and describe everything that I know about the poison to Crow and say, Crow, do you know of anything?
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's see.
Do you not have
Give
lesser
me a medicine
restoration?
check.
Is it an intelligence
I-
check with my advantage, like my proficiency with poisons, to see if I know?
Yeah, you absolutely you have advantage on this. Yes.
Okay. And that's going to be plus my proficiency bonus, so plus 3. That's 24.
All right. So you absolutely know this comes from a very rare plant in the swamps of Nanket.
Fuck.
Is there an antidote?
You do know that there is, in fact, an antidote. What you're going to have to figure out is whether or not you have the supplies in there right now. So, Gorf, as Crow starts talking
Rummaging
about
through all my shit.
what he needs for the antidote, I would like you to give me an intelligence check with advantage.
If I
16.
use the cloak of
16, a 19. You don't know that anything's wrong. You have no idea that anything's going on right now, sadly. Felix.
I thought you were talking about Gorf. I'm like, what?
Yeah. With a 19, as Crow starts listing things off, you look over the spice rack and you realize that most of the things that he's talking about are in the spice rack.
Gorf immediately starts boiling some water and like collecting all the things that Crow's saying. Like, oh, okay. He's like starting to prep it.
I see him collecting everything. Like, thank you. And I immediately start getting to work. To
Fabulous.
Make an antidote.
And now make me one final medicine check with advantage because you have a poisoner's kit. Yes.
I don't have a proficiency in medicine. Can I add my proficiency with fucking like make a wisdom check
With the
my
poisoners?
proficiency? Yeah. With poisoning?
Yes, you may add your proficiency because you have an actual poisoner's kit.
All right. So advantage and plus 3. Oh my god, that's a crit! Oh my
Very
gosh!
nice.
Oh my god!
Get ready, save.
I would like you to roll me a d4.
Okay. Okay. D4. 1d4.
Because you got a crit, you have 3 doses of a universal antidote
Oh,
now.
nice.
Oh!
That's so clutch.
Oh my god! I immediately rush over with the completed antidote and give it to Granny.
Fabulous. As you administer it to Granny, you watch as almost immediately her eyes come back. You can watch her starting to come back to herself a bit. She says, well, I guess we're not playing with the little kids anymore, are we? Okay.
Never were.
Okay.
And I'm just continuing to heal her, but I'm.
Yeah, you're not.
Great.
I need another
great.
Constitution save from
I
you.
do not
Oh,
feel
no.
good at all. Oh, I hit 2. 17.
All right, you still make it. You're still in stage 1, where you're just poisoned. Do we want to give Goru an antidote?
I'm going to immediately just rush over. Were you stabbed by him at all?
I hate to say this, but I might be dying.
Brother, no! Not you too!
Antidotes. I hate to say this, but I might be dying.
I might be dying.
I know it's really inconvenient right now, but
All right,
I might
so-
be dying.
Yeah, so you're both saved from the poison. Huzzah!
Yay!
Huzzah!
Screw
There
that guy.
is currently a dead shifter in the bathroom. If you want to do anything about that.
Just make a closed sign, out of order sign.
Yes.
And
lock
Gorf,
the door.
I am going to need another intelligence check from you, please, with advantage. And a crit.
Yeah.
All right.
Is this for the cocktail?
It is.
Yay! I did good.
You
I did
carry
good.
these fabulous. Now these are gorgeous. You actually didn't make them in normal glasses. There was a whole section of handmade blown glass glasses.
Oh.
Each one is different. Each one is stunning.
Nice.
You've held out all the stops. There are just like each one has like a few like rose petals on the top with like a sprig of rosemary coming out of it. This beautiful herbaceous and sweet cocktail. You carry them out, and just the scent of them is amazing to everybody. And you start distributing them, and you just hear, "Oh my God, what is this? Oh my Lord!" And everyone,
Even the water genasi?
everyone is so. Oh yes,
Yes.
oh yes. Even the water
Scream,
genasi. From the
water
water
genasi.
genasi, you hear, "Oh, this is amazing. This is fine, I suppose."
Holy fuck! I mean, it's passable.
And everyone is now looking at Gorf, and just a huge cheer erupts for Gorf as he brings out
Yay.
these amazing
A platter of
cocktails.
caca.
It's the caca.
Everyone is just
cocktail.
delighted by it. It's fantastic. There is then the granny looks and says, "Yes, shall we carry our cocktails out to the veranda? We have a special exhibition designed just for you." And she heads out. There is already a large, 4 large seats that are plush and gorgeous set out for the 4 leaders of the city, and many other chairs behind them. And everybody takes their cocktails out towards this. And you watch as they start heading towards the seats. Felix, you now join everyone again. And everybody may give me a perception check.
Lando, can you roll that for me?
Yeah, give me one. Pull up your sheet.
Ooh,
Crit.
Guru.
26.
And Crow. There you go. Yeah. You both notice that there is a that the 4 pillows that were described before are now on each. One is on each of the beautiful plush seats out on the veranda. As does Gorf. Are you writing? Oh, that's for Felix. Okay, yes. So, and Felix, you see that as well.
Oh my God.
Again?
And Felix, you recognize that the one that had the beautiful swamp on it is on Granny's seat.
Okay.
Everybody is filing out.
So I go over to Felix and say, "We just took out an assassin. Granny and I were both poisoned. We have an antidote. We're fine.
Oh my God.
There are most likely other spies here. We
Yes,
are all in danger, especially Granny. She seems to be being targeted right now." And I say this in his ear as I'm giving him a hug.
Oh, did you show me the vial?
We don't.
No,
have
he
the
doesn't have the vial.
We
The
don't have
vial was broken.
Okay. Was there anyone else suspicious that you saw? I'll like hug him back.
They're
Just 2
changed.
bros.
Wait, I was
They're
in the conversation
changeling,
with him.
Felix. We have no idea who any of them are. But this, high alert
Got it.
right now.
All right. Keep my eye out. I've also found some information about someone that I was expecting, but it doesn't seem like good news. Then I'll explain to him what the mousefolk told me too. So any of them
Felix,
could be changelings.
Felix, those mouse folk were probably changelings.
And I was with Felix when we got that letter, like when he pickpocketed, and so I know the message, and so I see that there's a swamp little pillow, and I go over there and just very like as if I'm like admiring it, and I pick it up and fluff it, kind of
All right.
examining it.
As you fluff it, the minute that you put real pressure on the pillow, 2 swarms of spiders come spilling out of the pillow and cover you completely.
Hurry.
And with that, we will end our session today.
Oh God!
Oh,
Oh God! I hate
Wonderful.
spiders.
With Crow screaming and covered in spiders.
Just to
God.
punctuate that,
Yay!
squeeze. And so while you guys are in conversation, just hear off from the distance.
I love it.
Still went and touched the fucking pillow.
Well, I'm not gonna let Granny touch it. I'm expendable. She's a god
Everything
queen.
is cursed. That is right.
The God
And
Queen.
Thank you for following Gobblehut and Grievezo. Thank you so much to the players.
Oh my
You
God.
guys are fabulous.
Oh my God.
We are going to raid in just a sec. Stick around for that because you get fabulous ally points that you can use to help the players when you do that. And I would like to thank all of our sponsors. Again, you can check all of them out in the About section on our Twitch page right here. Just scroll down. And thank you, Sangregor. I think it was fantastic, too. I had a lot of fun. There it is. And let's do some delightful favorite moments. So, hey, audience, if you want to know anything about it, please feel free to ask questions of the players so that they can tell you all kinds of cool things. And Gorf, what was your favorite moment?
Oh my gosh, there was so many. I love Gorf just being bumbling. It's so much fun. I think the water tank was probably like one of my favorites, if not the favorite.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah. Take a swim, like, like, right now.
Oops. What about you, Crow? What was your favorite moment?
Oh, just like with Lando, so many awesome moments. Like all of Gork's food that he made. I loved it.
As soon as you said it, I was like, okay, I'm looking up recipes because I don't really know. And I was like, that looks so good.
But like one that just struck my heart and has continued ringing in me is just when both Goru and Crow were going to the bathroom, and Goru like put himself in the door and just like, I trust you. I'm just like,
oh, that was so tight.
Oh, my heart.
Nice. That was a good one.
Yay, that was delightful.
That was nice.
Oh my God. And what about you, Goru?
I loved that scene with the tiefling.
Yes.
I forgot about her, honestly.
I'm not gonna lie.
God.
I'll be thinking about that later. It was she was a really fun character.
Yeah.
Gorf.
Yeah.
Goru definitely has a crush.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She had a lot of energy.
She was so cold, she was hot.
Yeah. And what about Felix?
I mean, like, just seeing Granny work a lot of the times, like when she went up to Blue Walla and was just like, not in my house. Like, that was incredible.
So
oh my
good,
God.
Granny.
Yay for Granny! And
she's alive!
And hey, Souls Rolls, are you still in the chat? I hope you are, because I have now decided that one of the next things that I'm going to try to put out on our Ko-fi is going to be that fan. It is going to be a fabulous weapon that we are going to design. I am really excited about that. And yes, thank you to everyone. And again, if you want to go and check out our Ko-fi, we are in fact starting something called the Foundation for Inclusivity in Gaming. It is very important to us to help maintain the beauty and the amazing community that we have right now. And we know that it is growing very quickly, and we want to make sure that gamers of color and Alphabet Mafia gamers have a solid foundation, and we want to help them with that. So if anybody wants to go check out what FIG stands for, what we're going to be doing with everything that we do, here is a link to that. So you can just go check it out. It's very small right now. We are still working on getting our 501c3 status. We are absolutely accepting donations for that in our Ko-fi, and thank you everybody that has donated already. It has made such a huge difference, and thank you everybody who is going to donate now. You are absolutely fabulous. And with that, we're going to go rate somebody. Let's see who's up. Let's see who's up and ready to be rated. I think there should be some fabulous people up and about. You know what? I think Mendari, I do like her. She does a lot of fabulous world building. If you haven't seen her stuff, she is great. And go and give her all the love. Let them know what we're bringing to the potluck.
Oh, yeah.
I personally am bringing the perfect cocktail. And we will see you all in just a moment. Bye.
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 Hold on, I think I'm just starting the raid right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, yeah, no,
Wait, hold on.
now we're just gonna,
Yeah,
in 10 seconds. We'll send you off in 10 seconds, though. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
guys.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
There we go. Now we're ready. Go get bye.
Take care.